Welcome back. It's all good to be here. It's the second Friday since after the increase in fuel prices. I'm wondering how you guys have managed. How have you managed, Miles?
It's been crazy, man. I don't even know how I'm managing. I don't know how I'm surviving. I don't know how it's... But we just keep sticking it out. We're Nigerians. We're Africans.
I think what most people are doing is that they're just spending and waiting to see where they're going to hit the bottom of the barrel. And then next month, they'll make adjustments. But if you hit the bottom of the barrel by the 20th, the next 10 days, how are you managing?
Well, the good thing for me was easy to get used to because I basically stopped going out much. I stopped going out much. And for some strange reason, the power supply has been rather stable.
It has.
So
how did that happen?
My use of generator has cut down. So it hasn't still hit me that hard.
Okay.
You know, because, you know, the only thing that basically we use our car for now is for school pickups and drop off for the kids and wifey going to work. But I'm sorted.
Yeah.
So
Olamide has to get to work every single day and he drives a V6.
Big man. V6 engine.
Who sent you? You got to ask yourself.
So it's called levels. You have sugar daddies, then you have petrol daddies.
He's the sugar daddy.
You know, he's a petrol daddy
right now.
Okay. Okay, well, personally, I've only just bought my second tank since the rise in fuel
Another
prices.
40K.
Mine it's 30K actually. So the first tank took me out two weeks. However, it's not because it is because I didn't use much of the car. Because I think that should only last me about a week. But I augment with riding the bike. So I think.
And by the end of the month, when you now find out how much you spent on,
I believe I would have spent up to about 100,000.
so that's crazy.
That's a lot.
So between the
100,000,
time you know, the subsidy was removed and now I've spent almost like 60,000 buying fuel for the car and generator.
Yeah.
And you know, I just want to ask for help. I want to ask for help.
All right.
Help my ministry.
Let's do this, guys. Our first real topic for today. We've got something very interesting. Does anybody follow Diary of a Nigerian girl?
Interesting.
Diary of a
Interesting
Nigerian girl.
blog.
Very interesting blogger. She's got this especially on Thursday, she puts out this thing. And so this Thursday, what she put out caught my eye. And she's asking, what's that sexual fantasy you're scared to tell anyone because they might judge you? Let's modify that a bit. What's that sexual fantasy you're scared to tell your partner because you feel that they might judge you?
Why are you looking at me?
You.
What haven't I done, really? I think I've done almost everything. Almost.
With your partner?
No.
That's the thing. So what is that thing that you are like, if I tell her now, she will look me one kind?
Her mom is really hot, though.
See, listen, because people actually put up...
Her mom is
that's
extremely
like
hot.
about
So
2 or 3 people mentioned
I wouldn't mind.
Whose mom?
My partner's mom. Is really hot, so yeah, that would be really cool.
Would you be able to tell her that? Oh, you just did that. So what? Yeah. What is it with you?
For me?
Yeah, for you, rather.
I don't really think. Let me see. You know, I'm not really that wild when it comes to some of these activities, because sometimes you know what some people can handle and what some people can't handle. This isn't a fantasy per se.
I'm going to get stuttering for the first time on the show.
You know, almost every guy's fantasy is a menage a trois. Almost every guy's fantasy is having another person with you. But when you're married, that's no longer possible. So that's off the table.
Why isn't that possible?
No. I'm a faithful person.
There's certain kind in the list of responses that she got, there were actually people who actually stated that, yes, I'm married, but I'd like to ask my partner if we can do this together.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like right up your alley, isn't it? He laughed very nervously. But you're still laughing.
Wow.
Wow.
God, what am I doing?
Now, okay, let me. I've thought of one that I can say that might be a little bit friendly for the show.
No, you don't need to be friendly. Let's go in.
But I've always wanted to.
Please do not say
No. I've always wanted to see my performance to be able to rate it.
Oh, but
basically, like,
so that's a sex tape now.
Nah.
I'm not like you guys. I'm not wayward like you guys. I'm not lost.
No,
my soul can still be redeemed.
No, you're allowed to do that with
almost
you're
everyone
legally
has
married.
a sex tape or has a sex
Has
tape.
tried it out. I've tried it out.
That's you guys.
I've
You have
tried it
one
out.
floating out there.
Not floating out, but I have a couple.
They're
In
still
my
with
archives.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, you still keep them?
Okay, so
Man, we can put it on
So
porn
you've
and
had-
make some
I
And
money,
I will
man.
make some money.
I have some
So
more
I
questions.
haven't had that. You know, I
But
haven't
you
had
can
that.
still look at yourself through the mirror.
So you have these tapes
That's another one.
of you with different other partners.
Now I'm nervous.
Or is it the same?
Wait a minute, that's like, so you have.
Is it the same partner or
No,
different?
we're different over the years.
I want to tell you a story of a guy called R. Kelly.
What happened to him? He's in jail.
His tapes put him in trouble, man.
No, not mine. They're not underage.
They're not underage.
So
But still, if
it's
you're keeping these tapes of other people, is it with their consent, Sha?
we did it together now.
It's not about doing it together. You need the consent to know that they're down with
Why
you.
is it like
They watch the
that
tapes with
I know
you.
one or two of these people?
Say you. Let me see. Yeah, I think you know one of them. I think you do.
I think I know two of them.
No, one. Just one.
I think I know two of them.
Whoever had the idea to put a show together and put people who know each other from long ago, bad idea. Absolutely bad idea. But let me see if I can read some of them. This one says, I'm only attracted to a lady in her late 40s. I'm 20, by the way. That's a normal thing for guys in their 20s. They actually have that. Is that I really want to have sex with my girlfriend's sister. I think I'd love to chill with her. Fantasies some guys have, very young people. Now, this one's very, very weird because this person says, I want to put my foot in your... And no, I want you to put your foot in my... and trample it.
Sick people. All over the
I
place.
can't understand
What's on
how that
earth?
is a fetish or how it is...
How's that a fantasy?
What is that? That's an abuse. Isn't it, gang?
Wait, who wants to put their foot where?
This person wants somebody to trample their...
This is a guy.
a girl.
A girl wants a guy
Yeah.
to put his foot.
Yes.
To trample.
I
Oh,
all
that
over
sounds
it.
interesting. Because I once had a toe fetish.
That's so
You
Yeah.
once?
Shit, red carpet.
That was when I was in the world. I once had a toe
protest
fetish.
too
I was thinking, I said, because I know people put their hands there. You understand? They put their face, their mouths
Yeah.
there.
Not that we know
Put their
how
privates
they
there.
do it,
Do you
yeah.
understand? So I was wondering, why hasn't everybody tried putting their
foot.
inside?
How can does that?
I don't know.
But okay, Mile High Club has been one of my fetishes.
Oh, my heart. That's very mild, but it's okay. Listen, let's move on to our next topic now. Today we have
I hope
once again...
nobody's watching this.
We have once again our dear friend, Pastor Apostle Emmanuel Akose.
My
AKA.
guy.
Your
AKA
friend from
My guy.
from when you were kids.
I've known him since when we were little. So
Now, he had a submission on Instagram once again, and normally when his name comes up, I'm like, oh, here we go, Sally has come again.
What's he
But
saying now?
this time, he said something that I rather espoused to. He said, he was telling why you shouldn't be with a man that loves you. Initially, the headline is like, what's this one saying? But when you listen to what he's saying, he said that love is a feeling. It's just a feeling. However, what you should be or who you should be with is with that person whom you absolutely understand. I've said that a million times here on the show, that love should not be the first thing on your hierarchy of why you're with a person. It should actually be first understanding, then trust, then love. It's actually number 3. Do you agree?
Okay, why is he misleading a lot of people, right? He married at some point somebody who he understood, and she sent him packing. Like suddenly, just everywhere with his mama, papa, everybody sent everybody out. She sent everybody out. So look, I feel love is ultimate. That's one of the first things. How am I going to understand if I don't even love you? If we don't have an understanding.
Who's your best friend?
That would be my brother.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a different one. Yeah, you just pulled the rug off my eyes.
That's me.
Who's your best friend?
My wife.
Okay, no. I'm gonna be absolutely serious. Who's your best friend?
My alter ego.
The thing with relationships is this: you have a best friend. You won't absolutely say that I love you. Just say I know this guy well. I understand him, and that's the beginning of a foundation
But
for
guess
any
what?
relationship.
Understanding. I always tell people who care to listen that I didn't marry my wife for love. And it was very important that I didn't do that. But I love my wife because when I met her, it was a process. It took time to get to know certain things about her.
Yeah.
But I like the person I was with. And I tell people that, see, when you want to settle, you want to, stay grounded, you need to like the person. Going straight to love is going to make you make certain decisions.
Yeah.
And you might, be making the wrong decision. But once you like this person, you can build other things, understanding, trust, devotion, and
Something
whatever
happened
it is.
over the week that actually gives this a bit of what I'm about to say, a bit of credits.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a friend of mine, and then he started talking to somebody else on the phone. It was on speaker, and he was talking to and then instead of come back to me on the call, I could hear him switch it off. And I just simply put my phone down and continue doing whatever. And my wife's like, that's rude. Why would you do that? And I'm like, no, it's okay now. There's nothing there now. like, aren't you offended? I'm like, no, because he was busy and he would perhaps call me back.
Yeah.
Now, that is understanding.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, and I said to my wife, and that is exactly what marriage should be like.
Yeah.
It's not
exactly.
every time like I didn't call you, and then you finally call,
And then you're upset.
can't call
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah.
If you do that, I'm like, if my wife does that, I'm like, I won't be upset. I'm like, oh, I understand.
Let me jump
that,
in. Let me
she
jump
said
in
so.
on this. It's funny that as much as Soul E tries to be some form of an apostle or something, even the good book says, love your wives.
Yes.
People really don't understand what love is. There are different kinds of love. The love I have for you, the love I have for Olamide, or the love I have.
The
There are
love you
different
have for Teddy
kinds
Bears.
of love. And yes, love is a feeling, especially with the way a lot of people use it these days. But real love that you should have for your partner or spouse contains all the things he spoke about, the understanding and so many other things.
Yeah.
How do you love somebody you don't understand?
Time.
Do you understand?
Time.
With
How
time?
do you love
Yeah.
somebody you don't understand? What he's saying is that understanding comes first before love. Am I
No,
correct?
but this is what I'm saying. We're building something somewhere. When you're telling people, don't think about love and only about understanding. There's so many women out there that I understand. I understand. I have female friends that are close friends to me.
Exactly. I
I
think you're getting
understand
this
them. They
now.
are my friends. I know what they would do, good or bad situations. I understand them. Do I love them the
No.
way I love as a sexual partner?
No.
No, I
Exactly.
don't. So it's not about understanding. Love, real love, covers all of those bases at the end
Love
of the
is
day.
all.
The kind of love that is not about feeling or whatever it is. If you have a sibling, a parent that you love them by default. Do you understand? Whether you understand them or not.
No,
I
you
told
love your mother by default because you've been inside her. You know her well.
Truth be told,
you know
there's
your
some
father as well.
there's some people that know that their mothers are witches in the village, but they still love them regardless of the flaws
Oh
that they
my
may
God.
have. So it's what Soul E is saying is totally off. He doesn't understand what love is. His love life has been shitty.
Sorry.
Yeah.
His love life has been messed up.
Yeah. True.
So
What-
that's why
what-
he's
wait,
advocating
what's-
stay away from love.
What's your love life like currently?
Quite beautiful, actually. Very,
Who's it with? Just wondering.
a human being, a woman.
I know.
A woman.
Anybody we know?
No, y'all don't know her.
Oh, okay.
No, let's keep it that way.
So we will not know her.
No, but eventually you will get to know her. But right
Okay,
now, let's
okay,
But
that's
I'm in a
fair.
happy place right
You're in
now.
a happy place.
Yeah.
And
How
here-
many-
see,
how many-
now
how
we
many-
understand.
How many people do you understand? I'm going somewhere. How many people do you understand?
A lot of people.
How many female members of the public?
Of this.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot of them.
And none of these have crossed into.
And I don't love any of these
You don't
people. I
love?
understand. I
No,
only
you
love
understand.
one of them.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You're
Yeah.
building into loving
Yeah.
one of them.
No,
You-
I love the person already.
You love the
It's
person
fine.
already.
Yeah.
But there's others that
Plenty that I understand.
you understand.
Why are
Here's
we
another
tossing
thing.
understand and love together?
Because of what Soul E is trying to push. The narrative he's trying to push is forget about love and look for understanding
Wait,
and so many other
guys,
things.
guys. I honestly feel that what sustains any relationship
Is
not love.
What is
I
it?
feel what sustains it is time and devotion. And why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? You see, many people have come out with those, mushy emotions, and that I can't live
It's
without
Mills
you
and
kind of
Boons
things.
from the 80s.
You
They
understand?
spoke
Yeah,
what love
those kind of
actually is.
weird feelings. But in actual sense, time does the work. In time, you get to know this person better.
Wait, are you saying
in time,
that
you
you
get
can?
to know
Are you
yourself
saying you
better.
can lock me in a room with MM and eventually I'll love her?
That's a side joke. I'm not there. I'm not there.
No, but well, let me jump in on this joke. That's a wonderful character to actually love if you can.
I don't know who
I am not there.
Don't worry, we have an inside thing. I had MM
Now,
always
I'm trying to understand this
button
joke.
heads.
I'm trying to understand this joke.
Okay,
because-
so the reason why I'm saying this is this. I've been in situations whereby I thought I was in the right space with someone, and I realized that with time, I discovered that what I felt were just my, chemicals mixing in my brain and all that.
You were thinking
But
with
that's
your
the
other
emotional
I was
love.
thinking with my other edge,
Yes.
that kind of
That's
thing.
the emotional
Then I
love.
realized that in actual sense, I feel there should be a timeline before any man or woman should say, I love you. You need to get to know this person first.
I
You
agree.
need
I
to
agree
be
with
able to say, you know what, this is a good foundation. That way you're now certain you love
All
this
right,
person.
all right.
That's when you're looking for a certain kind of love from that
No,
person.
I'm talking about real love here.
No,
get
all
me?
right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next quick fire topic for today. Now, this one's very easy. Why you shouldn't marry a woman that doesn't like money, says broadcaster Habibu. Don't marry a woman who doesn't like money. You will die poor. Women are one of the biggest motivations for making money. I remember when I was not married, I made enough and I was comfortable. But after getting married, I will admit that I was motivated to
Yeah.
provide.
Yeah.
But that's a
Do
cultural
more.
thing. I wanted to do more. I had,
Yeah.
And then my wife's like, "You work so hard." I'm like, "I'm working for you.
Yeah.
Who else am I doing this for? I don't. Most of the pleasures, I don't. It's all for
Yeah.
you." But like once again, and for the very first time in a show, I've consecutively agreed with some of the inputs that we've had from our sources. But what do you think about that, gang?
Now, when I read up on this story, I can see where he's coming from. It makes a lot of sense. A lot of women don't know that they are the motivating factor into a man's hustle. Do you understand? They're the motivating factor to a man's hustle on how much he wants to provide and how he keeps on grinding. You get me?
Yeah.
What I would have said in this situation is, don't marry a lazy woman. Because the narrative here almost seems like you're pushing that high maintenance, materialistic type of woman, saying that's the woman you should, seek. That should be sought after. Because no, but in all, here's the funny thing: if he's saying that don't marry a woman who doesn't like money, for some women, in all honesty, some women just want your presence. They just need you to be there. They're not into materialistic things. People in the village are getting married. There's no money there. Do you understand? And they're happy.
No, but they get provided for.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not about money.
So I feel a man shouldn't be motivated by the type of woman he is
He
married
should
to.
not. He should
He
just
should
be him.
not
He
be
should not.
motivated by the type of woman he is married to.
Yeah, not by the
a man,
type.
A man should be ambitious no matter what. It doesn't matter if the woman is with likes money or not. If you want to make something out of yourself, and the only way any woman would see you as something is that you're ambitious enough to make the right decisions, take the right steps. So yes, that's an addition.
Here's the thing. But if you're an ambitious man and that's your nature, and you marry a lazy woman that just takes whatever you bring.
Yeah, that's
sometimes.
Where not take meats?
I think what he should have said is don't marry a woman who isn't enterprising, who isn't industrious,
Exactly.
not a woman who doesn't like money.
Exactly.
Which woman, which human
Thank
being-
you.
Which human being doesn't like money?
No,
anyway?
jokes about guys. Think about it, and that's why going back to what I said about time. You meet a girl, she's lazy. You're the guy who wakes up early in the morning to go out there and go get the bread. And then you see this woman, she's doing all these things. How does the chemistry work? How do you stay in that relationship? How do you say, I love you? It doesn't work because what she's doing is that if she's not adding to you, she's definitely taking away from
Or
you.
you come home to somebody who's willing to give you anything you want
Yeah.
in the other room. So
Yeah.
perhaps maybe that
Not-
is
not
what
even-
she is
yeah.
providing in the
After the other
relationship.
room.
But I feel that modern day men, we are men of substance. We want value. We want value. We want
Speech, brother.
You're not wrong.
No, but
You're
it's the
wrong.
truth. I think a lot of men, and I think I can speak for all of us here, that a lot of us, we get turned off when we're women that can't add value to us.
True.
Sorry.
So-
When do we get turned off? Because what most men see, no, that's fact.
No,
What
it's not
most
gonna
men
go there.
see is, this one, I like her, I have to go for her. And then
Yeah.
eventually they'll start discovering that this person is like this, like that, like that.
I think everyone here has seen a very beautiful woman at one point or the other. We've tried to talk to them, and then we hear what comes out, and you're like, man, and you walk away.
Yeah.
So
No, we don't walk away immediately.
Some people will still.
We still get a cookie, then we walk away.
I don't know
He's
about
speaking for
that.
himself.
Because he's still in the world.
He's still in the
We get a
world.
cookie, then we move. Exactly.
But I just feel it's very important when a woman puts value
Yeah,
rather than
adds to
what
you,
she
not just-
thinks she
No,
can
so,
get.
so that's why I'm saying the way the guy made the statement was totally off-putting. You get me? Was very off-putting. We all want a woman that is of value and adds value.
In fact, I think we should.
But if you just want a woman
redirect-
that likes
we
money,
should
money,
redirect
money,
it
money,
and
it's
correct
crazy.
it. That
Yeah.
Please do not marry anyone who likes money.
Don't marry anyone who likes money.
Yes. Do not marry anyone who likes money. Go for people who can add value.
Yes,
add value.
exactly.
So value is
They
not
can add value.
necessarily
Yeah,
monetary.
because value isn't monetary.
Like you said,
Value
she's
is,
industrious.
something that
Please,
you can't.
could you repeat that for people in the back? Say it again.
Okay, I said do not marry anyone because of money.
Who likes
marry
money.
anyone who likes money. Marry someone who adds value.
All right, nice,
Yeah.
quick. Let's move on to our next topic
Motivation.
for today. Very nice motivation. We're going to cut that up and have it as one of our little, nuggets on the show. We've got a very interesting one here. This is from off of Twitter. Niger_PR says, if you catch your man cheating, what would you do? An influencer has a very interesting, what's it called? Take to this. If you catch your man cheating, if you may, don't panic, always dust. Act like nothing happens. Still assure him he has been forgiven. Make him his favorite meal and eat with him in the same plate. After eating it, take him to the shower. Then drag him in, I don't know where this is, till he says he's satisfied for the night. Now, gently draw closer to him and ask him these questions. 1, and it's listed. What is she giving you that I'm not giving you? 2, what was I not doing right for you? My king, she stresses. 3, don't you like anything about me? I'm willing to change. Yes, she says, that's the best way to do it. Or would you want me to tell you guys to go get a divorce? Then you've given up your pride to another woman. The woman will gladly replace you with ease, and you don't want that for yourself. And he cheating doesn't necessarily mean that he loves you any less. And you shouldn't, that's not a reason for you guys to. So a lot was said there. What part of it do you agree with, and what part don't you agree with?
That you shouldn't leave your man because he's cheating.
Because you called him cheating, you should address the issues with these questions. With the
My king.
These questions, like, nah, I beg. You won't even catch me cheating. That's the thing about me. I'm
You can't be caught.
Professional.
I'm a 007 in that. I'm a 007 in
He can't be
that
caught.
neighborhood.
according to him, he's trying to love one and understanding others. But go on.
Right. So, but I've heard a lot of women leave their marriages, leave their partners because I caught him cheating. I watched a show on The View on your station some time ago, and Yenny Kutu was saying, I will not leave my man because he's cheating. Oh God, that's your business. If you like cheat, I know men would definitely cheat. Do you know how many women are cheating on a daily, both married
Truth.
and unmarried? I cheated. A woman would date 4 people in here. You all will not know.
Yeah.
But we are the loud ones. So I don't know. Like, everybody gets to know about it.
I have
You would know.
analogy
And
for that.
they'll be living their lives
Women
solo.
are the only ones that know when they come.
I'm sure the arrival talk now.
No. The silence in the room tells it all.
Like,
When
but
you
the truth,
0 to 100 real fast.
Yeah.
But let's flip it around. What
What he means is that's how woman
Exactly.
But if I find out my woman cheated on me, like, it's over. Like,
It's over for you.
just that. Like, but if it's the other way
Have
around,
you
like,
cheated in a relationship?
who hasn't?
When was the last time you cheated?
Hello?
Let's see. That
2 days ago.
was a while ago. No, that was a while ago though.
2 days ago.
That's like last year.
2 days ago.
Last year.
Guys, this is like the 3rd time I'm asking you this on this show.
What?
When was the last time you cheated?
I don't. See, let me tell you something, It's not,
Even mentally.
can I tell you guys
mentally,
something?
you don't
Can I
cheat-
tell you
don't
guys
cheat
something?
mentally.
It's not that hard
To cheat.
to not cheat. Do you understand?
No,
It's
I
just because you guys like things easy. To cheat is very easy. If I want to cheat now, wait. Is there any girl in the studio? If I want to cheat now, it's easy to cheat.
I don't like the fact that we make this guy look good all the time and then
No,
he throws
it's very easy.
the black
Listen,
table.
It's very like this story that you just spoke about now. I'm very sure there's somebody out there that's watching and is like, flip the script. If a woman was to cheat, should she treat the man that way? Should you accept those kind of things?
So
That
what
type
would
of
you do if your
scenario.
woman was to cheat, gang?
See, like, let me tell you something.
No anecdotes, gang. Go
Listen,
straight to it.
I always say this, and I will continue to say it. My marriage, my relationship is not based on sex. So sex can't spoil it.
Okay.
Cheating is
Well,
isn't
it's not
all about
only
It's
sex,
not,
so
no,
that's
but
only
in
about
this
sex.
level, let me not lie to you. The only kind of cheating that women are concerned with is with another woman. They don't care whether it's your finances, whether you're lying, whether you're doing anything. When we talk about cheating, everybody's thinking sexual. We know
Let's
there are
put a
different
pin in it.
kinds of cheating.
Let's put a
but
pin
when
in
we
it.
talk about cheating, everybody's thinking sexual.
Gang, Jean-Luc Miles. Let's take a break. When we come back, we might continue with this, but we do have a main topic to remember now. Do men make better friends for women? When we get back, we'll be having that on. Welcome back. Still the Black Table here. We went on a break without finishing one of our very interesting topics here. We're talking about, I was specifically asking what you would do in the instance where you found your partner cheating. And I would like a response from every gentleman here, even though Gang has tried his best to actually try and like...
My partner would never cheat.
No, Gang. No, I'm not talking about your partner. If you were married to somebody else who's prone to cheating and she cheated, what would you do?
I like that.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
Okay.
Do you understand?
You've never had in the past a relationship where a girlfriend, for instance, cheated on you.
I did.
And what did you do then?
We sat down and we spoke. I didn't confirm it, but we sat down and we spoke, and we decided that the best thing for us to do was
separate.
to just part ways.
I have a
would you
tale
do?
for you guys. There was a girl I dated. We did it for 2 years. There was nothing going on between us physically. So she was forming,
For 2 years.
born again Christian and all. Nothing happened. Like I was like, down. Then she went to school and she came back and our pastor had done some things with her.
So Because you said you've known him since now. I don't know.
No, I'm talking about Pastor Damola Johnson. I called your name, man. Yeah, see, I done the thing. And, at first I was emotionally,
We're getting
really
sued.
effed up. But guess what? I thanked him later because I got loads of sex after that. But jokes apart, yeah. When that happened, I was a bit distraught. And when you love someone, it's not that easy for you to let go. You try to make sense out of the madness going on. First, you question your own
abilities, or,
you start to
your
second guess
relevance.
yourself.
Yeah.
Your skill
And-
sets, your stroke game, everything.
God,
What would you do if you ever caught your partner?
Honestly, right now, maybe back in the days, I had a similar situation with someone, and I went to her school to surprise her. Good boyfriend. Only getting there, and she was somewhere in Abuja. The good thing is she didn't lie about it. She's like, sorry, I mean, Munir. She had this guy she was dating, one white guy. I was the main guy. That was the second guy. So I'm Munir. You didn't have my time. You're always at work. Blah blah blah. I said, okay, cool. So that really shook me. But we spoke about it and we're good. But now, if any partner cheats on me, if any woman cheats on me right now, we're done. Even if it's mental cheating. Like,
What is mental
psychological
cheating?
or whatever.
What I got
That's
from
done.
What I got
So,
from that
but
conversation-
you if you cheated and she said we're done, are you good with that?
Yeah, that's our business now. Woman don't finish.
No, that standard is no.
No,
that's
but what I
standard.
like
I don't
about his
understand.
story
Look,
was,
if I was a national guy, I should kill myself because I
No, but
cheated.
this is what I'm saying. You're sleeping with multiple women, and you expect
he's
all those.
understanding
multiple
I'm giving you an
women.
example. You're
Understanding.
sleeping with multiple women,
they are sleeping
and you
with multiple
expect
women.
all those women to be faithful to just you.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's not what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, please. Don't
Please,
pick-
while
make
you're
that
Don't put him in a
jump.
box.
please
I
use
beg.
protection.
Well, listen, what I got from your story was that she was very honest with you.
No, she was.
Straight up, you
Yeah, she was.
marry her.
Who?
Whoever she is, that
She's not.
she's not available anymore.
She's not even married actually, but she's
Well,
there.
you better marry her because that honesty
That
is
honesty-
everything.
And I've
man.
outgrown that kind of love, that kind of
She's
relationship.
that high. She's not tall.
She's very tall. But I've outgrown that.
You've outgrown it.
All right, let's move on to our main topic now, guys. So, I don't need a script for this one. Question: do men make better friends for women or not?
Bestie?
Yes. If your wife or partner had a male best friend, how
Yeah.
would you feel? Do you agree that men make better friends for women?
Well,
To women, whichever way.
Based on the personal experience I shared earlier in the evening, I used to
You
think
can share it again.
I used to think that it's okay for men to have female best friends. There's this lady, I'm not going to say her name. We used to be close.
Oh wow!
We used to
Surprise
hang out
us.
and do stuff and all that. And, on many occasions, we had gone out to the club. We end up in the same hotel room. We'll stay together and nothing because we're just like, geez, man. Like, I'll be snoring and stuff, and it didn't really matter because I only saw her as a friend, and I guess that's how she saw me. Until one fateful day that we all went out, and I was with some other chick, and we're vibing and all that, dancing, and I noticed that this girl was giving jealousy vibes. So when we're done at the club, I now
Okay,
said,
so thank you very much. Yeah, we get the idea.
I now said, let me go and drop the other girl.
And she was very willing.
I know
She
this
was
story.
very
They give me something. You're supposed to know it, but you don't know it.
I do actually.
A knock
but
on the
sorry.
head. is what they give him. But that therein actually defines this. There's this.
No. So my point is this.
So what you're saying is that you
what
can
I'm
never
saying
have a
is that-
best friend. It will always cross into sexual.
No, I'm not saying it will always cross, but I'm saying that there's circumstances that can push it beyond what it should be.
Is it always
originally.
there? Is it something that's always there in the fringes? Like
I don't think it happens to
between a
everyone.
man and a woman. My father will always say, if you lock a man and a woman in a room, no matter how much they hate themselves, one day it will happen.
So yeah, I'm also that kind of person.
Like,
I feel that you
Two
need to be
strangers
careful.
on an island.
I think you need to be careful with how you put two people together. And most important, I say, if two people find themselves physically attractive, it's even more dangerous. Now, they're friends, they're vibing, they know everything about one another. But if there's a fraction of physical attraction going on between
It's
them,
gonna go down.
man, it can happen.
It's gonna go
Anything
down.
can
Gang,
happen.
do men make better? Oh, but wait, I think we're missing something here.
Right.
Now, without all the personal experience and everything, plainly and logically, do men make better friends to women or for women? Noting that, have you seen two women that claim to be friends before?
The fake.
Disaster.
Fake as hell.
As in, hey,
Disaster.
all right, baby.
Listen.
All right, baby girl. Yeah, catch you tomorrow.
Rubbish.
And
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
As much as women might have that personal beef amongst themselves, they make better friends.
What?
For me, they make better friends because the way I see it, that's why when you talk about the friend zone, you mostly hear about guys are in the friend zone, then you hear about girls are in the friend zone. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, because you get relegated to the friend zone the minute you start seeing someone, or she starts seeing someone.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Because
stay
here's the
there.
thing:
Yeah.
most guys, I would have said every guy,
Right.
always has intent. Do you understand? A guy, even if you're with a female that's your friend, if there's the opportunity to smash, will you
gonna go for
smash?
it.
The answer.
I disagree, Graham.
Listen, that is why women know how to check. See, there are a lot of women that are so close to guys, but they don't want to be involved with them beyond the friendship.
Okay.
But a lot of guys will be like, if the opportunity presents itself,
I'm
you
not
get where I'm
taking-
coming from? So women make better friends. At the end of the day, let me not lie to you. You would prefer if your wife, if you guys have wives, I know you're long from that, but
I
these are-
do.
you would prefer if your
Sorry,
wife's best
long
friend was a
from that.
girl than it was a guy.
I'm going to throw a monkey
And your
wrench
wife would
in your
prefer
works.
if your friend was of the opposite sex as well. But I'm telling you, women make better friends.
So would you
because,
prefer if your wife's friend was...
because women can see beyond sex.
Okay.
Women can say, I don't want to shag this person. I just want him as my friend. Whether he's straight or gay, I just want him as my friend.
Have you heard his story?
What? No, his story is unique. Olamide he was sought
I'm
by
a
many
victim.
females, but only one woman
Victim.
caught his eye that he settled down with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even as he is right now,
You
he
great
has
man.
sugar daddy
Ladies and
vibes.
gentlemen,
He has
in
sugar
case,
daddy
in case
vibes.
you want a best man for hire.
No, I'm saying I'm like Kevin Hart from that movie.
Code.
But no, but
code.
you know,
Anyways, one of my best friends,
yeah.
over 22 years now,
Is a female.
Is a female. Sheila Wow.
Yeah.
Like we have never. Oh, okay, exactly. We have never had anything. Oh, you know Sheila Wow?
So,
I don't know this is
Someone knows Sheila Wow.
Miles.
It's
so,
What else do you know in
so
common?
if you and Sheyi
Right.
were the last two beings on Earth, that would be the end of humanity.
No, of
She
course
got a
not.
body
Wait,
like
calm down.
this.
If you and Sheyi were the last two beings on Earth, that's the end of humanity.
Yes, that would be the end of
No.
humanity. Don't, but
You're lying.
Look,
That is
we
impossible.
have
don't
slept, we
believe
have
you.
lived together in
I
Does
the
she
same
want-
house.
believe you.
Does she want you to tell this
I
information you're
do
telling
not
us?
believe you.
It doesn't matter.
I do not
Olamide,
believe
don't protest
you.
on live TV,
I know
please.
the babe.
Okay.
I do not believe you.
Sheila, oh, yeah, she's hot and all.
Will you
Listen,
guys stop mentioning names?
It
no, it's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
She's okay with
See,
it.
Miles. So you feel this way and Sheyi feels the same way. Nah, I disagree. But here's one
Guys,
thing. There's
we're gonna
always
check Sheyi out on
there's always the
Instagram.
exception. Miles, there's always the exception to the rule. That's 1 in a million. That possibility is there. But what I'm trying to say is this now. So a lot of guys, most guys end up in the friend zone because they always have intentions. You meet certain women and you catch certain type of feelings, but you respect them and you don't cross that line. You get me? But when you now know this person is in a relationship or this person is married, has kids, and you know that there's no hope for you in this relationship,
back.
it's easy for you to be a friend. But you know that if something happens, if her husband was to be hit by a bus, and she came to you and said, you'd be like, let me help
Show
her
us a
out,
cry
out
out.
of pity.
Yeah.
It's easier. Women handle sex or sexuality different from
Does
how
anybody
men
remember
handle
the
it.
lyrics to the Usher song, You Make Me Wanna
You
Leave
make
the
me
one
wanna
I'm
leave
with.
the one I'm with.
Start a new relationship with you?
But
That's
even,
what you do.
but even in that song,
Now,
you
if
know
you
that at
listen
the
to
end
the
of the day,
lyrics,
it's still the same wahala.
That's the story, actually, yeah.
It's still the same wahala. Even if I leave you, but I remember that when you like a certain kind of woman, and you always go for that kind of woman, when it does, it all is just a circle.
But gang, I just want to say something. Yeah, and using since it's called names.
It's called she.
I think in life, yeah. I didn't say a name, you did. But I think in life, there are certain circumstances that bring people closer than sometimes they expect. Now, both of you might be running two different races because of how life, what life has put on the table. However, I just feel that it's easier for people who know one another, who share a lot of things, to even get more physically connected. I feel that because it's just about the right circumstances, and that's why I've never been a fan of.
Let's bring
I'm
it home.
the
Is your wife comfortable with your female friends? Not even best friend. Or
I don't keep female friends.
You don't keep female friends.
Check this out.
I do not keep female friends.
Sorry.
I
all the
do
press
not
is-
keep female friends anymore.
Stop.
Wow.
Are you saying you have no friends who are female, or that you have no? Okay.
So I have female friends, but I don't have very close female
Okay.
friends. I mean, female friends that I hang out with, I go to their place and stuff.
Okay, so you don't have that. Okay, no problem. I'm not going to debate that. Gang is in the habit of posting female representatives
Because-
on his Instagram, and I always ask him, "How does your wife feel about this?"
Because a lot of the friends I have as females are friends that I had before I knew my wife and while I was dating my wife, and she knows that there's nothing in between me
have you
and
ever
these
posted
friends.
a very beautiful one before, and she was like,
Well, recently, this friend, I met this friend after I got married. I met her after I got married. She has never met my wife, and we're pretty close. And she dresses, she's a very hot
Expressive,
female. Do you understand? Very hot female. So I've posted a female friend before. My friend was like, that's a little bit much, but like anybody that knows her knows that's how she is. Do you understand? And for the fact that I posted her, you should know that
"You're okay with your wife? You're not hiding anything."
I'm not hiding anything. I'm putting it out there. Now, what I wanted to ruin for Miles was this. You're not married, right?
No, I'm not.
Good. Is she married?
Yeah, she is right now.
She's married now? Okay, so sorry, let me reserve my comments. Because what I want to say was that it's like those are the kind of partners or friendships that build great relationships when you're
This
My
is it.
point
This
exactly,
is it.
yeah.
All
when
five- listen,
when you end up together, it is awesome.
Fire.
the very interesting thing about all five of us here
actually.
is that plus Shay. Shay's our fifth host today, apparently. So I have to count her.
my guy.
But you get where I'm coming from. Sometimes it's like I always tell people, the relationships that really last and are the strongest are the ones that when you take sex off the table, they still make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
True. No.
They
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
make
That's
sense.
true.
That's very true.
Miles,
Yeah.
help me out here. Have you ever been sexually intimate with a person and then discovered that you guys are best as friends? Does that happen?
Have I ever been sexually intimate with a person?
Yes.
And I found out we're best friends. How does that work?
I don't know. I'm asking the questions here. You're not asking me.
I
mean, you had sex and then you're like, we were best as friends. Or
we're better as friends. We're best.
Yeah.
We're better. Oh, lots of them. Oh,
Wow,
lots.
very understanding friends.
It's like it's criteria. It's like for us to be friends, we have to
That's
cross
what's
this.
called. They call
We have to
that.
cross this off.
Once-
We need to
but
test the waters.
Zeno, that's what they call. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. That's what they call trash pum pum. It wasn't that good.
And no. And
So,
also,
you'd be
also
like,
some people,
after you hit it, be like, just be my guy.
exactly.
Be my
There are
guy.
also some people who, after hitting, you're like, why on earth did I do this? I shouldn't have done this. But right, so yeah,
We can be friends.
let's just be friends.
So,
Let us-
are there no possibilities of that happening again?
Nah, I don't.
That's graduated.
I've gone there.
I remember
I've
when
gone
we
there.
talked earlier in this evening that you see when stuff like that happens, you were bad in the sack. Because if you're really good, if it was really wow,
I don't have that kind of conversation with you before the show. I only have that kind of conversation. Yeah. Me? I'm joking. We have to prepare for the show. So only research. So you're saying that it's bad in the sack that results in that?
I just feel if a man and a woman strike it off sexually.
For a minute there, I
and-
thought it was going to be another S word.
No, if they strike
STRA.
no more names.
Okay, so
If they strike it off,
If they strike it off and the first time experience was really good, I don't know how they're gonna put a stop to it. Even if they are not exactly like very compatible. They would. That's when they now become friends with
Benefits.
Benefits. Yeah.
Best friends with
FW.
Now, let me remind you guys out there that please, you are part
FWB.
of the show as well. Please do send in your messages using the hashtag the Black Table on TVC. Would like to read from you guys. In fact, the next half or next segment of the show is going to be all about your messages coming in. So please remember now is use the hashtag the Black Table on TVC. Do we take a break so that we can get your messages in? Can we take a break right now? Let's take a break and we'll be back. All right, Raw, you're welcome back. It's still a Black Table here. Welcome, Black. Well said by the mayor of Agungi himself.
Stop that! Stop that, Zainab. This is what you call it.
Agungi is flooded right now.
Have you guys ever hungered for
Agungi is flooded right now.
Have you guys ever hungered for the right kind of laugh? There's some people you hear them laughing, you wish you had their laugh. Yeah, no, yours is horrible. I wish I had that real deep laugh that goes inside and is hoarse. Like, I want to develop it. That's kind of, this is just a cackle. This is just a cackle. Gang, how do you laugh?
I don't know.
I don't know how I've ever heard Gang laugh. He's normally the one telling the jokes, so he never laughs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm the one dishing it out.
Yeah, he never laughs that
I'm
much.
like the Joker.
His laugh is a dime a dozen.
Right.
All right, let's do this. Thank you for your messages using the hashtag the Black Table on TVC. Let's get to it. Celebabo, you don't know. His name says Gang is wild AF. They know you.
You
No,
don't.
see, when I was of the world.
He says, if he never marry, I forgive him to somebody.
Okay.
You can still try to give me to somebody.
But you reject.
I will reject.
After
In fact, I will understand.
You reject.
Let's just put that.
You understand
In
instead of
so
love.
these words, I will understand.
Gigs for Life here says, as much as I feel like Soul E Baba spills nonsense off, and I kind of agree with him. I think this is the one time I think that he actually made sense and he absolutely broke it down for people to try and understand. I don't think he's saying don't love a woman, don't love your partner. I think he's saying first of all, understand that person and then everything.
He's talking
else.
about foundation.
I think love in itself is made out of these other things. But we just talk about love instead of
So
dissecting
here's
and
the
saying,
thing. When you guys go home, for those of you with wives, tell your wives, I understand you.
Of course.
And when
I
she
do
says
that
I
all the
love you,
time.
don't say I love you
Yeah.
to say I understand.
But I do that
you.
all the time.
And
Hey,
see
baby.
whether you will chop in that
So
house.
no,
I
listen.
understand
So
you.
first things first.
That's it.
When my wife is in a pickle or she's in a state and she comes, she knows she reacts to me somehow. The first thing I say is, "Baby, I understand."
Mazino.
You understand the
it
situation.
makes
Mazino, you've been married
everything-
for 100 years.
It makes everything just
You have passed the
once you
first
show
Very
that
wise
you
man.
understand
Yeah.
what they're going through.
I think
you
the
have just
first
created
thing,
the.
I think the first thing most women want
Is that
is
you
a man
yeah.
who can,
Understand.
no matter how difficult things are, take time to understand the situation.
Yeah. No matter how she comes at you
Understand.
sideways, you're like rah 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 rah. rah. Once she just understand, meow.
Yeah, she becomes a cat.
She becomes a
But
cat.
feel free to tell your partners, I no longer love you. I just understand.
Gang is being picky.
You sleep in that same car that Soli Baba is shooting video inside.
He always shoots videos from inside that car.
Because you don't get house
why?
now.
It needs an overhaul, by
They
the
don't
way.
chase and come off house.
Yeah, Emmanuel, you need to overhaul that car. All first time guys.
That's
we
my
need to-
good. That's my friend. That's my
Fake
friend.
23 says, I believe you can come to understand the one you love. Only time will tell. Do you come to understand somebody you love or you love somebody you understand? Which chicken or the egg? Which comes first?
I think the first.
Which is?
Understand the person
Understand,
you love.
exactly. You have to
Yeah, you have
understand the
to.
person.
Yeah, but you do come
But wait.
to understand.
Hey! Miles of kilometers.
Can we cut that part out and use it as a promo?
Wonder of the world.
Can you say
Could you
it again so
repeat
that
it
we-
yourself?
Let's capture it, please. Let's
Right,
capture
yes,
it.
you do come to understand.
Yes.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
I
That's
did
what
not
you
say
said.
it. That's
That's
what
what
he
you said.
All right. Ifafa789 says, for a girl whose family is poor as a church rat, I'm sorry, but she will show you how much she wants your money. You be God sent. I don't know to which one you're referring to now.
I think that's the
When they said
story
don't,
about being ambitious.
don't marry a woman that doesn't love
Doesn't like
money.
money.
Oh, okay,
You know
okay,
the money.
okay.
So that's the problem. When it becomes that, what we talk, the poverty alleviation that we speak about a lot, that a lot of women get into some of these marriages just to alleviate themselves and their family from a certain level of poverty. So that's the situation. That's not what this guy was trying to talk about. You need a woman that motivates you and inspires you to do more and to keep doing.
Yeah. Ricky here says, men should learn to look away from their female friends and not dream of every opportunity of shagging them. So
Right.
it would seem that it's a fact what you're saying, that every man in a relationship, friendly relationship with a woman always has it. There's one compartment, one dark compartment there that has all the condoms and everything for when he's going down, so I'm ready for it. I do not agree, however. And I do not have female friends, not anymore. Because in the earlier part of my marriage, I used to have female friends. Even some of them I would regard as my best friends. But I realized something, that you cannot have the full trust and love of your wife if she is not in that same position. Yeah, if she's not in that same position as you regarding women that are in your life.
But is it healthy that you don't have female friends? You think that's
It's very healthy.
what if
It doesn't mean that you are void of the fact that females exist in the world.
Okay.
But if I'm friends with you, God, I'm friends with you.
Mazino, I think we need to define this. I think we need to define this because there are different levels of friendship. Right. There are friendships whereby you eat, sleep, drink this person.
You're talking.
Meaning that you're always on the phone. You always talk to this person.
You can't have that.
You hang out with this person.
For
me, I feel that's excessive. And if you're married or you're in a serious relationship, you don't need that kind of person in your life because what that means is that there's going to be a competition between the main chick and
a wife.
this person.
No, but let me come in here real quick. I think part of the problem, like I've always
well, let me
had
give you a
is that
receptacle to come in.
I had a lot of female friends. I had a lot of female friends, and they're still my friends. I think the problem is, as a man, as a married man, let me speak from that fact. If you have a woman who is a very close friend to you, she needs to be friends with your wife.
Not necessarily.
No.
Listen to me. Listen
So that's
to
a
me.
dangerous place to put
Listen
yourself.
to me.
Let me
I
tell
am
you
telling
why.
you that if she cannot be friends with your wife will always be uncomfortable.
Okay,
with
so
her.
gang, there's one question I want to ask.
don't even put yourself in that position.
Are you saying that you and your wife are identical in
We are not.
everything?
Listen to me. We're not. I have so many friends that are my wife's friends because of me. You get where I'm coming from? She has to accept that. What I'm trying to say is that if you meet, for example, listen to me. If you meet a female today that's your friend and you tell her, I want to introduce you to my wife, and she says no,
Right.
that's already a sign.
Okay,
she has
so let me say
intention
this
of.
here. I think you're putting yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure here because now you're not even bringing her home. You're now saying that you're making your friendship with this person so comfortable because you know my wife. Now I'm not judging.
See,
don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not judging.
You
I'm
people
just
don't
saying
even know
that.
what friends mean.
No, I do know what
You
friends
don't?
mean.
Blasphemy.
Oh, trust me. I do know what friends mean.
So you have a female, you're married, you have a female friend. Listen to me.
I got him.
No, wait,
Trust
listen.
me. So are you saying that if your wife is not home, your mutual friend can come home and say, where's she's not at home? Okay, let me just chill here now.
Listen to me.
Will that ever happen?
Would that happen?
Listen.
No, will that ever
It
happen?
won't happen because people respect
It
their
won't.
boundaries. People
You
respect their
assume
boundaries.
that all your female
But
friends
she's
respect.
She's friends with your wife.
Listen to
so
me.
there's
You
nothing
assume
to
that
it.
they respect that
Listen to
boundary.
me. Listen to me clearly. If you are a husband and you make a female friend and you invite that female friend to your home and she doesn't want to come, there's intent. And that's why your wife won't be happy with that female friend. It's
I
that
don't get
simple.
it.
If a female friend of yours does not want to know your wife, your children, your family, then what is she your friend for?
Then
There's
don't have her
intent.
as a friend. It's simple. Then don't have
Then
her.
don't have her as a
Don't
friend.
have a
And
Gabadaya don't.
that is why your wife would have a problem with your female friends. Because they're not making any attempt to be your real friends.
Listen, I just think that that's just setting up a man. Especially, are you talking about a hot husband like myself?
I'm talking about a hot husband like me.
No, question, because I mean,
Shit.
you're gonna give us the
Zeno, real quick.
I'm coming. You're gonna give us the tip.
Tip of
just
the
the
day.
tip.
Just a tip for today. By the way,
I just want something in my
Just
ear.
the tip.
Yeah.
The
Not the
person said
entire
that
shaft.
maybe my female friends are ugly.
exactly what I was
And
gonna say.
I remember one time that you might not believe this, but your wife, my wife is very hot, but I'm very sure she appreciates if I have unattractive female friends than attractive female friends. You can't have a friend that's a model. You understand? And your wife doesn't because this one is modeling, she's slim. Is she single? Here's the funny thing, your female friends are single.
Single.
They're not seeing anybody,
And they're
but
hot.
they're your friends.
Wow.
Single, sexy, and hot.
Let me take
May
one more
God
message.
deliver us from
one more message.
such.
We've got a million messages here, but I'm going to take one from our very regular text. So this is Outlook.com. It says, this is why most women will just friend zone a lot of guys because they just feel like a man just want to shag and go. There's a difference between shag and straff, by the way. But we can't
We
go
can't
to
define
that.
it, not
Can't define
this
it right
evening.
now. There's not-
Yeah.
There's no time.
There is?
There is.
There's-
I don't know these worldly terms that you guys.
Didn't you go to university? Listen,
Shag and strap,
let's
yeah.
do our just a tip. Remember, it's just a tip. Please, Miles, can you set us off for tonight?
Okay, cool. Tonight we talked about a couple of
So many
things,
things
like,
about
but what I will say is this, right? If you have the opposite sex as a best friend, right, you are doing well. Right? It's okay. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't say you can't do that. You can't be with this person. Oga, you are doing just fine. I don't know about these married men here, but
So can I rescind my decision to make you do just a tip? Please, can you give us just a tip, I beg? I don't.
Okay, so this is very simple. I don't think a man and a woman can stay truly friends. I mean, and number one rule, if the person fine and the other person come fine, now just this will cause it.
Listen, make I add
and a fine.
Now just think,
Let
and
me
if
add
fine.
oh, your head is there.
I go add my own tip.
Oh yeah.
I go add my own tip.
What is it?
So that the depths will be going inside.
What is this?
My tip is your partner is your friend. If you can't be friends with your partner, then the other friends that you have would fill that space.
True talk, yeah.
I can't be the only one that's left out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tip
Put
it
the
up.
tip.
Put it in this
Just a
four-man
tip.
train.
Just a tip.
This
Listen,
four-man train.
and this is it. All you need in your life, whether your friend or your partner, is understanding.
Hey, understand
That's
this
it.
tip.
That's it. That's it.
Understand this tip.
And it goes further than that, but I can't push you that.
Wisdom. Words of wisdom.
All right, I want to say thank you very much to everybody who's been with us for the past 1 hour. Thank you for joining us for the Black Table again for a Friday night. You know how we do it every single night here on Fridays. We come up at 11 o'clock. And of course, we're expecting you guys to join us again next week. We'll bring you very exciting topics that we can talk about. In fact, maybe you should suggest some of the topics that we talk about during the week. Use the hashtag TheBlackTable on TVC across our social media platforms at TVC Connect. And we'll like to talk about some of the things that you find very interesting that's going on social media. Thank you very much. And like I always like to say, thank you for joining us. Good night. Or is it good morning?